Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to class. Today we're building on the previous class, which was basic balancing poses, and we're going to do some more intermediate balancing poses, and we'll be accessing them from a slightly more challenging perspective. And before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and like, share, and comment. All of these actions help the algorithm promote this content to other people who are searching for inspiration for their yoga practice. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Due to the poses that we're going to be accessing, the balancing poses, they involve lengthening the hamstrings and the adductors, the inner thighs. We're going to start with Uttanasana and Prasarita Padottanasana. So take your feet apart, hip width, hands on the waist, spread the toes, grip the kneecaps. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, fingertips to the floor, or if you need to, you can have your hands on bricks. But then see if you can go further. Take the hands out wide, draw yourself further forward and down. Keep the legs firm, kneecaps gripped, knees straight. We take a few steady breaths here. Catch the back of the ankles, and as you pull on the legs, draw yourself further down and into the legs. But feed the upper arm bones into the shoulder joint. Rather than trying to pull the arms away from the torso, draw the upper arm bones back into the shoulder joint. Engage your shoulder blades into the back. Now we transition to Prasarita Padottanasana. So raise the head up. Press your palms into the mat, bend your knees. Step your legs wide. Take your heels to the back edge of the mat. Spread the toes. Lengthen the chest forward. So you're drawing sternum forward away from the navel. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back between the feet. Press the heels of the hands to the back edge of the mat and bring your head down. So as you place your head down, whether the head comes to contact the floor or not, we're lengthening the front body still. So we're intending to keep the back reasonably straight. There may be some gentle flexion there, but predominantly we're working with awareness of the legs, lengthening the inner thighs and the back thighs, maintaining the straightness of the knees, the grip of the kneecaps. Then reach your hands out and catch the outer ankles. Pull on the outer ankles, so the outer ankles can squeeze in, and you're pulling on the back of the ankles as well as the outer ankles to draw yourself more deeply into the pose. Now, if your head's easily touching the floor, perhaps you narrow the stance a little to challenge yourself a little more. And again, feed the upper arm bones into the shoulder joints and ride the shoulder blades up the back towards your hips. Check in on your breath, make sure you're breathing smoothly. Then we come out of the pose. So you can raise the head up, come up onto your fingertips as you lift the head. Hands to the waist. Inhale, stand all the way up, and then we can narrow our stance and step the legs in together. We're going to access Ardha Chandrasana from Uttanasana. If you're stiff, you can have bricks for your hands, but let's stand in Uttanasana with fingertips to the floor or hands on bricks. We'll be balancing on the right leg first. So place your left hand on the waist, and as you pick the left leg up, start to turn the inner foot so it's parallel to the floor. Rotate the pelvis so you're starting to peel this left pelvic bone up away from the floor, lifting and broadening the abdomen. Press the left shoulder tip back. Then we come back down. We slowly see if we can control that descent, lower the foot. Left fingertips to the floor, right hand to the waist, and then you're intending to keep both legs straight. So you're taking this right leg back and up, keeping the left kneecap facing the same direction as the toes. Lift through the inner leg, peel the right pelvic bone up away from the floor, lengthen the inner right foot away from the groin and roll the shoulder tip back. Right shoulder tip back, so you're turning the chest up. And then let's bring that leg back down, and come back through Uttanasana. So accessing the pose from Uttanasana is obviously a very different way than accessing it from Trikonasana. And oftentimes the chest lags behind. It's harder to lift the chest. So let's go again. Left hand on the waist, you're on the right fingertips, you're balancing there. And start to raise the left leg. So you take it back and up. Peel the left pelvic bone away from the right groin. And then start to turn the chest. So roll the left chest up towards the ceiling. Take your arm up to help with the lift of the chest. And then we come back down. So you can replace your hand to the waist, slowly turn yourself back down so the chest turns to face the floor as you lower that left leg. Replace the foot. Left fingertips to the floor. Right hand on the waist. Take the right leg back and up. Turn your chest away from the floor. So as the right leg lifts, peel the right pelvic bone away from the left groin and open the chest. Turn the right chest up towards the ceiling, and you can use the lift of your arm. Stretch the right arm up to help you lift the chest. And sometimes we have better days than others when it comes to balancing. Good to have a sense of humor if we fall out of the pose. Let's come back down. So hand on the waist and turn the leg. Come back to Uttanasana, and then we'll stand all the way up. So it's interesting to observe how coming into the pose is going to potentially influence the pose. So let's visit the same posture, Ardha Chandrasana, but come into it from Trikonasana, which is more the classic way of coming into the pose. So step the arms and legs wide. Again, feel free to have your bricks. You can have your bricks there ready on left and right sides of your mat. Stretch the arms out. I'll mirror you. Turn your feet to the right. Inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand on the waist. Just while we're preparing, we're looking at this right foot. Bend the knee, hop the left leg in, so you're shortening your stance. Take the left hand forward and raise sorry, I'm getting lefts and rights confused. So you're taking the right hand forward and you're raising the left leg. Turn the chest, lift the chest up. Then squeeze the right buttock forward, lengthen your tailbone towards your left heel. Then come back down. Let's keep the top arm raised. Bend the right knee, lower the left leg, stride back. Trikonasana, inhale, stand up, and let's swap sides. So turn your feet to the left, inhale, exhale, Trikonasana. We'll sit the right hand on the waist, but don't turn the chest down towards the floor. See if you can keep it lifted, even though you might be turning your head. So you can look at the left foot, bend the knee, reach your left hand forward, hop the right leg in. Then as you're ready, raise the leg, and reassert the lift of the chest. So top arm can go up, rotating the right chest up towards the ceiling, and then keep the top arm reaching up as you bend the standing leg, lower the top leg, stride back, Trikonasana, inhale, stand up. Turn your feet and let's step back in. We'll take a hip width stance for a moment. Stretch to the fingertips, Tadasana. Now we'll move on to Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So step your feet together. I might turn sideways for this. So we're standing, legs together. We're going to pick the right leg up. Now if it's a challenge for you to catch your big toe, you can put a belt around the ball of the foot and you can hold on to the belt. If you can manage to catch the big toe, we're intending to straighten both legs. So just note, when you pick the right leg up, does your standing leg bend? Press the left thigh back, stretch the right leg forward, and work the head of the right thigh down. Left arm can counterbalance at any stage. Then right arm reaches out, or right leg reaches out to the side, and you go on pressing the head of the right thigh down, working the left thigh back, buttocks forward. Then bring your leg forward, bend the knee, and step down. Let's swap legs. So balancing on the right leg, pick the left leg up. Reach your hand down inside. Use the wall if you need. If the wall's nearby, absolutely use it. But you pick the knee up and you straighten the standing leg. So work the right thigh back. As you're ready, stretch your leg forward. Press the head of the left thigh down. Lift the chest. Ensure your standing leg is straight. Then take your arm out. Oh, sorry, the leg out. Now you can take the right arm out wide to counterbalance. If you've got the wall, you can use it. Otherwise, you challenge your balance. Press into the ball of the big toe. Head of the left thigh down. Buttocks forward. And then bring your leg forward again. Bend the knee and step down. So clearly my right leg is the challenge when it comes to balancing. I can balance better on my left leg. But we've all got those one-sided aspects to our body. One leg is more dominant, one arm is more dominant. So we're going to see if we can access that same pose, but from a different perspective. Let's come into Uttanasana, legs together. Hands on the waist. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward and down. Catch your right big toe. So left hand stays on the waist. Right hand comes down to catch the big toe, or you can use your belt around the ball of the foot. But you bend both knees now. Pick the right foot up. Lift the knee up and straighten the left leg. Again, left arm can counterbalance. Right leg forward. Out wide. Forward. Bend the knee. A standing leg can bend as you come back down all the way to the floor. Swap hands. Right hand on the waist. Left hand catches the big toe. So again, you start with both legs bent. Then you pick the left foot up off the floor. Take the knee outside the arm. As you lift the left knee up, straighten the right leg. Stretch your leg forward. Take the leg out wide. Forward again. Bend the knee. Standing leg can bend as you replace that left foot to the floor. Now stay down, we'll fold into Uttanasana. Feel free to catch behind the ankles, draw yourself down and into the legs. Then raise the head up, raise the torso up, come to stand up. And in preparation for the next balancing pose, we're going to work with Uttanasana standing, Uttanasana standing, Uttanasana standing. So we'll come in and out of the pose on the breath from Urdhva Hastasana. So we'll be folding forward and down into the legs. However, if there's a weakness in the lower back, then you'll be doing hands on the waist, and then you can bring your hands down. Hands on the waist to stand up, and then you can bring your hands down. It's just that when the arms are up, it adds to the length of the torso, which requires quite a strong back. So if you're feeling weak, hands are on the waist. Otherwise, let's raise the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Do your best to keep your knees straight. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down. Just relax for a moment. So we're going to use that momentum to move into Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana, which sometimes gets translated as the standing splits. So as we fold forward and down into Uttanasana, we're going to kick one leg back and up. Let's see how we go. So we'll start by taking the right leg back and up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward and down, right leg up and stand up. So you bring that right leg back down again. So it's reasonably quick. Inhale. Exhale, left leg back and up. Inhale. So we're not worrying too much about technique yet. Let's just work with the momentum. Exhale, right leg. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. Exhale, right leg. Whoop. And inhale. And exhale. Left leg. Inhale. Let's do one more each side. Exhale, right leg. Inhale. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. All right, and finish up. So moving with the momentum could actually be throwing our balance off a little bit, but it's worthwhile having a play with that. Now we'll do the pose without the momentum of coming and going, and we'll just work with that top leg lifting. So legs are together, hands on the waist. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down. Now before we go all the way into the legs, weight bear on your left leg, point the right toes back. Now before you even lift the leg, spin the inner left thigh back. Then as you start to lift the leg, keep length on the front body, walk your hands back alongside the foot and press the heel of the right hand into the floor or use a brick under your hand. Catch the back of the left ankle with your left hand. Raise the right leg as high as you can. Go on spinning the inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Then lower the leg, you raise the head, walk the fingertips forward, step the right foot forward. Left leg back, so point the toes back, still you've got length on the front body. Spin that inner left thigh back. Then as you start to raise the leg, walk your hands back alongside the foot, then the heel of the left hand can come into the floor or use a brick if you need. Right hand can catch behind the ankle and you pull on the ankle to bring yourself into the standing leg, but you raise the left leg even higher if you can. Roll the inner left thigh up and then take the head away from the shin as you lower the left leg, fingertips forward. Take your feet apart and let's fold into Uttanasana resting. Drape your arms down, catch your elbows. Slow your breath down. As you're ready, hands to the waist. Raise the head, raise the torso, inhale, and stand all the way up. As I mentioned, sometimes our balance comes easily, other times not so easily, and often we have one side that works better than the other. But always, we keep practicing. If you enjoy practicing with me, I invite you to check out the video library on my website, heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. With over 450 full-length classes, there are many classes to choose from. I invite you to start your subscription with a 7-day free trial. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. For more in-depth teaching, check out the video library on my website, heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. The link is in the description box below.